Hello everyone, Obsolete Planet here, and welcome for today's episode of Artwork for Screen Printing. We're going to continue on with this series and show you how to vectorize an image once you have color separated and are ready for the next step in your artwork for screen printing. Okay. In the previous episode of Artwork for Screen Printing, we went ahead and disemboweled the Wendy's logo. To my surprise, that is a copyright infringement. I knew it, but I thought I would do it for educational and training purposes, tutorial purposes, but I can't do that. So what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and put out a text of Obsolete Planet. Never mind the background, because that's just how I roll. So now I want to take my name, Obsolete Planet here, and make it from a raster file into a vector file, or a vector image. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to import that image. It is a raster file, and I'll show you what that means here in a second. So I want to import, go to desktop, this is okay, a vector, we'll try that folder, and whatever you want to call it. It's a PNG file, so I'm going to open, and press OK. Now I want to move this into this little box here, and to give you an idea what a raster file is okay, as I zoom in, you will see the pixelations on this particular design. Now we want to take that pixelation and kind of weigh it down a little bit, if you will. And how we do that is, let's go back. Let's zoom out back to the normal settings. Okay. What you want to do is go up to path, click path, and then you see a whole list of actions, I guess you will, and you want to go to trace bitmap. Click trace bitmap, and you want to click on grays, and you want to unclick smooth. I know it's kind of weird, you want it to be smooth, but you're going to unclick it. Don't really know why, it just works out that way. So just unclick smooth. 1/2 stack scan. We want to remove background, so it will be like a PNG, I guess. And you're only working with two colors, white and black, so we're going to bring that down to 2, and we only need 2 scans because once again we're only dealing with 2 colors. So we're going to bring that down to 2 as well. Once you get that done, make sure everything is going nicely. Click update, and you get a little preview of what your image is right now, and then click OK, and it'll scan. Let's see if it worked. We'll go out of that, and now we will zoom in. Well, we'll show you that we have 2 images now. I just want to move it off to compare. We'll zoom in and show you what I mean by raster and vectored image. Okay, still zooming in. Okay, maybe we can determine right here. Okay, as you see this, the O in obsolete, you can tell that it is rather smooth. We're going to zoom in as far as we can. Now you can see it is smooth. It's a smooth edge. Now we're going to go down to the raster file we were talking about earlier. You see the raster file? You can tell there is some pixelation in this file. This is what we want. This is what we want for This is the quality we want for our artwork for screen printing. Unless you're going for the pixelated look. This is what you want. Okay, now we're going to zoom out. If you remember, this is the file we don't want, so we can put a little arrow button. Let me zoom out some more. It's not... Okay. We got a little arrow pointer thing. This is the file we do not want. So you can just simply press delete, or you can go up to edit and delete, and it'll delete it. Now we have our image here. You can place it anywhere you would like, because it's I think it's representing like printer paper size, so we can place it any way we want. And now you want to go up to File, Save As. You can save it whatever you want, but I'm going to save it as a .pdf. People were telling me to save it as, PNG file, but other people were telling me to save it as a .eps or .pdf. So I'm gonna save it as a .pdf because it kind of saves the proportion of the file, especially when you're using it for artwork for screen printing. You don't want to have it either too small or too big. It will not suffice to whatever your project is. So we're going to put PND. We want to save it to the desktop. Press save, and you can just leave everything as is, as the settings. Press OK. Then it'll export it to my desktop. And as you can see here, there's my PDF. It's called drawing.pdf, and we'll click on that. And there it is. So now we can quit that. And this concludes our artwork for screen printing series. This is the vectorization part. You can like, follow, circle, and subscribe to me on Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, and YouTube. We are now also on Pinterest and Instagram. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks for joining me. See you all in the next video.